Okay, coming back for part two. The root chakra is a place where we can also, those of us who work a lot in the energies, understand you're bringing in to this life either whether, and it works whether you resonate in past life, past lives as in reincarnation, or whether you don't. So if you resonate in that area, you're bringing in with you potentially past life karma, traumas, and things like that might be impacting this life. You're also, we are all bringing in ancestral, generational traumas and the karma that goes with that. Any folks who have these family lineages where there's been a history of war, famine, genocide, things like that, you can hear in their family stories these things that are brought forward. And there are many stories out there where people have struggled with different depressions or physiologic symptoms. And at the end of the day, once they've worked with someone, they find that doing past life regression or between life regressions or something like that, what they've done is they've brought in this generational trauma from having been offspring of individuals from the World War II, Holocaust victims and stuff like that, which is really incredibly interesting stuff to read about. So I'm not going to get into it, but this all is coming through the root chakra. The Kundalini energy lies dormant in the root chakra, and as you learn to work with energies, your energies, you can raise that energy through your energy system, and it can help you in touch higher levels of consciousness and clear your systems, and it's a wonderful experience as well. So blocked chakras, your blocked root chakra, I'm going to read these things off because there's so many different lists, and it's really a good thing to think about. And you can do your own research. This stuff is out there on the internet. It's nothing special that I'm bringing to you. It's just a point of contact. Physically, you might be experiencing weight gain or weight loss that's unintentional. You might be experiencing constipation or incontinence. You might be having pelvic pain. Emotionally, you might be experiencing anxiety, depression, panic attacks, an inability to focus. You might have increased lethargy. You might have problems with your self-esteem, that sort of thing. Those are all based in your root chakra. And again, cannot emphasize enough. First stop is to talk with your private physician and make sure that there's nothing physiologically going on in your being, because you check there first. That's a way to get started. And then you also deal with things in your energy. You might be experiencing issues with your colon, your bladder, your prostate, your lower back, your legs, your feet. So all of these areas are part of the root chakra. They're being impacted by the root chakra. Eating disorders can be a part of that phenomenon that come off of that as well. And so you're going to be working again with your mental health provider and your primary care physician around these conditions, but you're also going to be doing some work with your root chakra and help balancing that, and that's going to give you additional strength to work through these problems that you're facing. And so those are things to keep in mind. How do you work with these things? Well, yoga and meditation are the best ways to work with your energy centers. Yoga has been brought into the mainstream as a wonderful way to stretch and exercise, and that's great. It is very helpful for that. But the other thing that we miss sometimes in that is that yoga is an ancient practice that is used to balance the energies within. And so there are certain yogic positions that help you focus in on the various chakras and help you balance those and keep them in a good state of, because you don't want them wide open. That can lead to too much energy flowing through that chakra, and you'll have symptoms. You'll have physiologic symptoms of too much energy. You can be, anxiety is a great one. If you feel incredibly anxious, you've probably got too much energy going through that root chakra. And so it's time to tamp it down a little bit. If it's way too far down, you may have depression. And so you need to open it up a little bit. And so it's almost like a tamper where you need to adjust it a little bit. And you're going to need to do this on the daily, on the regular. Have that ability to be able to center and balance. And that's where meditation comes in. Meditation is an practice that has been put forth today as something where we can, be mindful and be focused, and these are great things to try and bring you into that space. But really, meditation is undervalued. Meditation is where we go within and we find knowledge that cannot be understood in any other way. I'm going to give you some links in the video for 2 people that I've been listening to recently. Some of their stuff I'm not quite aligned with, but the one really talks about the meditation practices and how to really use your meditation to really bring yourself into alignment with your higher self and what it's really about. And I really like that. What is meditation all about? Certainly there is value in any kind of meditation, but to really pull yourself into a great space, I think you really would benefit from listening to these gentlemen speak about what meditation is about and what it's like to try and touch the astral plane and deal with these different energies and stuff. And so again, it's nice to be connected to the entire thought process. There are lots of people sharing their different ideas and their different thoughts out there. And I think that as we become a community that is transitioning and shifting this paradigm away from the material physical realm and into a realm in which we are more energetically and emotionally aware and connected to one another, and we recognize that we are connected. Whatever is happening, I am not an island. I am connected to all humanity. You are connected. We are all connected. And so it's a paradigm shift as we move from the Piscean age of this patriarchy into this Aquarian age that's more innovative and more connected and more looking forward into how do we all work together? How do we all see one another and love one another and embrace one another and move into a space where we're all working together synergistically. It begins with you balancing yourself. And so that's why I wanted to talk about these chakras and how they're important to you in your self-balance. And then as you balance yourself and others balance themselves, we all, rise on this ocean and everybody becomes, the whole paradigm shifts. But it begins with each one of us shifting our own internal paradigm. So have a great day, and we'll be back to talk tomorrow about the sacral chakra.